This is your daily market review for Wednesday, April 16, 2025. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent, your daily market review for Wednesday, April 16, 2025. Well, we got a drop in the market. VIX hit support, bounce, expected a pullback. This great? Not as much as expected, but guess what? It's OPEX, and the deeper the drop, in my opinion, the better the opportunity. Now, near term, you got Thursday, Friday is a closed market, so you have one more day to this week. We'll see what happens here. Again, the market really doesn't like uncertainty. We are rather certain that tariff war is going on. How long is it going to last? I don't know. Powell today's speech kind of spooked the market. We'll see what really happens here. I personally think, again, if you watch the market, the breadth wasn't that bad. There was a lot of names that we follow, commodity related, material related, industrial, that were doing pretty well. So if you own those names like we've recommended, and you've been kind of trading around your tech, if you had to stop out at TSLA, I did that this morning. I was like, I don't like how it's looking, and also confirmed through the Discord room that Cooper was talking about there's a ton of puts being bought on tech. So stomped out of that one, had some Pan W stuff, traded around that, bought some Metu today on the market drop. Pretty much, I don't have any shorts. I have only longs or leverage longs going into next week. So again, be careful out there shorting tops. I mean, again, whatever happens with the tariffs, the market's pricing it in, guys. That's the hardest thing here. And again, it doesn't say you can't go lower, but the risk reward to me is to buy dips now, especially going into earnings. And we've seen, like, even in United Airlines, what did they end up doing today? If I remember correctly, I think they were up. So there's a lot of things going on behind the scene. I know everybody and their mother wants to just say the world's ending, but what did United Airlines finished flat for the day? Yeah, okay, well, doesn't look as bad as people are projecting. So let's just get into it. And if you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. If you want to join the Discord room, links description below. Again, I recommend the same thing as Banff here. Whenever you put a trade in, put your stop in. Make the losses be small. It's the best way to protect yourself. If you want to chat, use the Calendly link. Let's take 20, 30 minutes. See how I can help you. If you're looking to buy, sell, invest in real estate, and you don't reach out, I will take it personal. I love finding people, the best agents in their area, in the country, wherever they are. It's a real thing. Again, if you're working with mediocre agents, expect mediocre results. Again, my job is to help you find the best, and I take pride in doing such. Only 5-star reviews. We've only put people in touch with great agents. And again, are we perfect? No, but in the end, the experience was. Also follow, like, subscribe on the notification bell. I appreciate all the love, support, generous donations. Got a super thanks. Who was it yesterday? Somebody dropped one. Again, I appreciate that. Who was it? T-Bones. Again, I appreciate that. Every once in a while I'll get a few of those. Yeah, it's always appreciated. Again, tip the dealer. Not a big deal. I appreciate it. Also link descriptions and below if you want to hit me up through PayPal or Venmo. Again, it's appreciated. Again, this is all free. If you're crushing it, I appreciate you guys. Even if you're not crushing it, you need help, do not hesitate to reach out. Always here. And again, check out tradingagent.com. Turn profits and properties and passive income. That's the goal, guys. So fear and greed index still down in extreme fear. Again, all the worst case scenario is priced in. Now, this is the thing. If you've been trading the market for any period of time, you know that this could still be a longer term downtrend. No one's denying that. But when you get the oversold, you get the backfill, you get the correction the other direction, meaning that you would go up. Sometimes that can last 1, 2, 3 months before the next move goes down. And you could get a lot of choppy sloppiness, and people just hate that, but that's part of it. Fed watch tool going into May. I mean, after the comments today, and the market down, it just didn't really budge much. So keep an eye on it. Bitcoin chopping around. Again, I have no faith, long or short, in between. Again, I like it long here. I like it long if we can get over that. In between it, I don't know. Oil chopping around, not much action today. And again, thinking about, actually it was holding up pretty well. Commodities, oil was holding up. I don't think people paid attention to the breadth. And overall, yeah, the market was down, but it didn't look as bad as it perceived. Again, we'll talk about some of these names. So it looks pretty good. Natural gas was kind of flat today. And again, we'll get into it. Again, if you have questions, do not hesitate to reach out. Always here to help. All right, dollar. Dollar retest the range lows again. Dollar volatility is kind of picking up here. Is the dollar getting crushed? Because obviously the gold is holding up real damn well. Again, I recommend taking profits in it. I know it's probably going to go higher long term, but I still would be careful. That's all I can say on that one. I've seen this happen before. TLT, we talked about it starting to bottom off the 85 level. Market's going to like rates going lower. Keep an eye on it. VIX, talked about this holding the 20-day. Got the bounce. How much higher? Could we fill the gap at 37, 38? Maybe. VIVIX, same thing. Got the bounce. Not surprised holding the 20-day. Keep it simple. We talked about it. You should have expected a potential bounce here if you had to. That's why this morning I'm like, it's not looking good. Okay, well maybe the VIX bounces. How high? You don't know. But then you can trade around your positions. SPY, look at this, man. Again, good call out in the group. Look where we retested again. This 520, I don't know, plus area. All right, keep an eye. Look at the pullbacks. Weak, low volume. Keep an eye on it. QQQ. This is the problem with tech, and I've said with semiconductors why they're my short of 2025, especially NVIDIA. I don't trust them at all. Near term, again, probably a little oversold, but man, everybody in like NVIDIA doesn't deserve multi-trillion-dollar valuation near term. Keep an eye on it. Look where Q's bounce off the old trend line like to a T. That's why you draw this stuff. IWM down a whopping 1%. Again, we like small caps. Look at this. Small and mid caps, nothing today. This is the thing, man. I'm telling you, there's going to be an outperformance of small and mid caps versus mega caps and tech. I'm just telling you right now, whether you like it or not. DIA holding the 8 and 10 day. We'll see what happens here. Gold. Again, I own physical. I'm not complaining about this move. But I personally, again, the volume is nuts up here. Not to say that we can't go higher. I mean, that's the hardest thing here. It's just I would be taking profit. You know, when you go take big moves, the same thing as Bitcoin. Like at the highs, nobody wants to take profits in Bitcoin. I get it. At the highs in gold, anything, they're just not taking it. Now again, how you determine how you trade, do it great, do the best you can. Just be careful if you roll up your stops because they could get triggered they could get gapped over. That's the hardest thing, especially with like GLD or SLV. SLV just not following. Look at the miners though. I got to give credit where credit's due. Gold miners holding up pretty well, but man, today's action, I'm going to put a little arrow here because it's like this. Like it led to some pullback. I feel like we're there yet. Big volume, big gap. I mean, you've gone from 40 to 52. You do the math there, right? 12 points on top of the low 40. It's almost 25% real quick. GDXJ, keep an eye on it, right? Same kind of thing. Big volume, doji. Let's see if this ends up being the top. We'll see. AEM been the boss. Was it barely up today? Again, I don't like these candles. Your guess is as good as mine, but I'm telling you, they don't really look that good. I mean, you think AG would be catching a fucking bid. Excuse my language. It's not. Newmont holding up pretty well. Again, we've talked about this area being crucial. We filled the gap. Or no, we're close enough. We're close to filling the gap. I'd be watching what happens at 57.75 if you get there. PAAS, it's been doing better than AG and some of the silver names, but keep an eye on it. Just again, I'm not sitting here saying, oh, you should go short these things, but I'm telling you, roll up your stops. Straight line moves, I'm telling you, lead to consolidation or big pullbacks. Taiwan Semi has earnings in the morning. We've talked about this one. I think their numbers are going to obviously hit. They're going to, if they're smart, what you'll see in the morning is a kitchen sink the quarter. That's what I'd be on eye out for. Because if they kitchen sink the quarter, right? I mean, the market's going to like it, in my opinion, because then it can price in what? The worst case scenario. So I would keep an eye on it. Again, I'm not telling you what to do, but that's what I'd be paying attention to. Again, I'm not talking about going long these names, but just to get some stability. Micron, we've talked about these names. Man, they look like they're due to bounce. AMD got crushed, right? But, I mean, these things have gotten crushed. That's the thing. I'm telling you, semiconductors peaked along. AI, tech. Okay. You keep buying. I don't even want to be mean. AMD, NVIDIA, whatever. Sorry, AMD, not so much. NVIDIA, it's interesting. It kind of closed flat. This is a big choppy, sloppy pattern, man. I don't have a good feel for it right now. I'd be watching. Again, I don't like shorting the mid channel or buying unless you're at the lows. Where today's doji, And it is options expiration. It's probably going to be choppy. Just keep it simple, stupid. SMCI, again, I struggle with this name. It's all over the place. It's got a lot of risk. Intel, I think you can buy Intel down here with stops. We've talked about this is a big trading range, right? Keep an eye on it. 19 to 26, 27. Keep an eye on it. AVGO, not down too much today, honestly. They got that big buyback they're kicking in. I wonder if they started pulling the trigger. So, anyway, keep an eye on that. SMH, man, this thing was down another 6 points from the lows. Doesn't look as bad. You know, it felt pretty painful. If you were watching the market, you were like, oh man, these things are getting crushed. Doesn't look as bad. Adobe makes sense here, honestly, for a bounce. Keep an eye on it. Apple is down 3.8% today. 8 and 10 day. That's what I'd be watching. Be watching this area. Amazon, again, remember, you got earnings coming up. Do these companies kitchen sink the quarter after already being crushed? We'll see. Keep an eye on it. Meta, I started buying some more Metu today. I think it makes sense down here. I was watching this 510 to 500 level. I don't think their earnings are going to be affected by a trade war. Trying to stay neutral to bullish some of these tech names, and some of them just, I don't know. They just feel. This one feels right going into earnings being down already. We'll see. Again, there's no fucking certainty. Excuse my language, but there just isn't. CRM, keep an eye on this one, right? Chopping around. Guggenheim. These names, I mean, some of them doji. They didn't really look that bad today. Microsoft, which it had been holding up pretty well, gap down. But, I mean, could you argue this is some sort of like head and shoulders bottom? Keep an eye on it. If it is, I mean, you hold the level, it is. NDAQ, again, I'm on record. This is, I don't think the Nasdaq exchange is going to have strength long term. Just it's pretty simple. Pretty simple. All right, Bob. Yeah, pretty simple. I don't know. Just think it's going lower in time. It doesn't even have to go up with the market. Keep an eye on it. MicroStrategy, again, when things should be down, it was chopping around. Netflix has been holding up pretty well. Seems to be getting stuck around here. Okay, consolidation day didn't look that bad. Didn't even take out yesterday's low like some names. Roblox up today, right? Doesn't look that bad. CrowdStrike, man, this thing was up going towards 400. If you look, zoom out, doesn't really look that bad. PanW, again, got up chopping around the 20-day. Doesn't really look that bad. Tesla, I mean, we talked about watching the 240s. Look what you did. You took out the 240s. Then you closed back at 240 plus. Again, I mean, are they kitchen sinking like the news here is like, and not say them, but like in general, like things can't get any worse. We'll see. Be careful with that. I closed out TSL this morning in like the 820s. They've got earnings coming up on Tuesday. That's a crapshoot. Keep an eye on it. Palantir, right? This one popped, chopped, long wick, closed the 50-day. Insight, I like this name. I mean, it's barely down today. HIMS, I don't trust HIMS at all. Back at the 200-day. Keep an eye on it. BABA has had a nice bounce. I don't know. Filled the gap 100-day. Probably could bounce there. McDonald's seems to be chopping around the range highs. Starbucks, we talked about this one. It's probably due to bounce. Got your bounce. I don't know. I don't trust. I don't trust Starbucks. Sorry. Airbnb got the pop, chopping. Doji barely down. Coin chopping, barely down today. Right? Gap down and closed up from where it gapped down. DKNG, same thing. Actually closed positive. Costco down a whopping $9. Doesn't look that bad. The breadth didn't look that bad. That's my interpretation. FedEx down a few points. Okay, not great. XLF. We talked about financial names. Had a nice bounce. Okay, decent little pullback today. Filled the gap. 200-day. Hood, as we talked about, was it hit the 100-day if I remember correctly? Yeah, now it's pulling back a little bit. Seems pretty normal. JP Morgan, same kind of thing, right? Hits the 20-day, pulling back. I mean, you don't have to go nuts here. That means shorting or going long, but not surprised if they pulled back a little bit. Bank of America had earnings yesterday. Gapped up. They don't really look technically that bad. Goldman Sachs doesn't look that bad. KRE was almost up today. Like how, again, if the market's going to dump, junior banks should be down, not just 1 penny. Do you see my point here? Like I'm telling you, this doesn't look as bad as you felt. XBI, same thing, just barely wicking down. Jets down a whopping 1%, chopping around. Doesn't look that bad. Housing index, I don't know, seems someone's keeps buying it around 87, 88. Keep an eye on it. Like even more anomalies. Dow, right? Dow Chemical. Oh, which should be, no, it's down 23 cents. CE. Again, remember a lot of these names got crushed. Doji, nothing today. Down 40, I guess 1%. Caterpillar. You think this would be down 3 to 5%? No, down 1%. Keep an eye on it. 8 and 10 day. Deere. This one's been holding up pretty damn well. If you zoom out, this thing came from like very low numbers. I mean, I don't know. As long as it holds that gap around 445, looks okay. Nucor down $1 and change. Again, Doji, nothing. X up. US Steel up, nothing. IIIN down 14 cents, nothing. Holding a 20 day. Vale, right? This should get gotten crushed. No, 8 and 10 day. Arrow, one of my favorite junior. It was up 42 fucking cents today. Holding the 8 and 10 day. Telling you, money doesn't get destroyed. It rotates. And I'm telling you, I like juniors, small caps. I like materials. I like commodities. I'm telling you, gold a little trickier, but again, I like that stuff long term. FQVLF, right, should be down. Up 10 cents. Open, low, close, high. SCCO, look at these names, dude. Nothing. Nothing. FCX, nothing. Oh, the world's ending. Tariffs are the worst. Nothing. URNJ, right? Junior uranium, down. Nope. Hits a 20 day, but still closes up a whopping 30 cents. CCJ, right? Oh, God, it should be close up. CF. See my point here? Makes new highs today off the low. 20 day. Mosaic making new highs off the lows. SQM holding up really well. NTR up $1. Do you see my point? Like this, new highs off the lows. I mean, we like these names. Look at this shit, y'all. AA had earnings after hours. Let me see where it's at right now. It's at 24.56. I mean, these things have gotten eviscerated with high volume at the lows. I mean, they look like gifts. Kalu, same kind of thing, right? Watching this, keep an eye on it. NP's been holding up real well. Look at this. Big volume at the highs, breaking out. I mean, again, if you need some rare earth metals, these guys might be the one. Cliff, not down. Do you see, like, again, keep an eye on this stuff. Let's get into solar, which barely was down today. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, the breath was not terrible. Doji, on tan. Sedge. Let me move that. Chopping around. ENPH. Chopping around. First Solar. Up. No. Down only 2. I mean, nothing. HYG, right? Oh, the market's going to crack. Down a fucking penny. Excuse my language. How about oil, right? Like we talked about, holding up pretty well today. UNG, again, I'm not a fan of this product. It sucks. KOLD, again, if you can get up near 28.30, I feel like you can short it. XOP, right? Down $4 or $5. No, up $2. MPC, gasoline names, right? Down. Nope, up $1.84. Valero, again, chopping around, holding up pretty well. ExxonMobil, right? Down a couple points. Nope. Chopping up $1. BP. Oh, that one's down, right? No. Still closed up 45 cents. Occidental. Y'all see the point here? Holding up pretty well. Devon Energy. Up today. Apache. Up today. Again, these things have been absolutely throttled. If the market was going to break down and these names were going to follow with it, again, here you go. Money is rotating. It's not getting destroyed. Listen to that comment. I'm telling you, on days like today, this is what's showing. Where's the money flowing in the off days? Well, again, when this stuff starts to outperform, where is it going to go as well? I'm telling you, this stuff is on sale. It's absolutely on sale. Lion base, same thing, chopping the lows. CVE, talked about as a gift at 13. You got it at 10 and change. Holy shit. EQT, right? Talked about this is a big chop pattern. Sorry, let me zoom out even more. Look at this. Holding up really well. Last but not least, Flex LNG. If you it was up $1, 1.5%. Telling you, I think we'll be natural gas exporters. It held the channel low. It seems to be bouncing up. So now we know going into what next week, you're going to have more earnings. You look at the Stock Traders Almanac. You have 2 bull days. Again, April's typically pretty bullish when March gets absolutely annihilated. I don't want to be the Pollyanna, but again, I recognize when you get fear and greed down at 3 and you get the VIX up at 60, guess what? You're not going to just rip right back to new all-time highs quickly or go popping 20%. Quack, 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 quick. No, you're probably going to chop around. And so let's see what happens. Where is money rotating? Where is money not going? Again, I like some tech. don't like semiconductors. I like materials. I don't really trust retailers. Again, who is going to get hurt by the tariffs and who isn't? Or who has been hurt by it and it's priced in? That's the question you have to ask yourself too. I don't think a lot of people understand this stuff. The market is a discounting mechanism. And what I mean is that once it knows it, it discounts it. And if it's good or bad, well, guess what? It gets priced in. And if it's good and it's going to be a secular longer term play, then also too, you can know what happens here. It can just keep ripping. So do you have any questions? Don't hesitate to reach out. I appreciate all the love, the support, generous donations. You guys, leave a comment below. Let me know if you have questions. If you're in the Discord room, leave a comment. Always here to help. I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful evening. Hopefully this is simple. And again, Thursday and then you have Friday off. Have a good one. Peace. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.